Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. Today is the 6th day of May, being Tuesday, 2025. 25 Bauchi residents killed as bandits ambush local vigilante inside forest. Now, the report that came from Bauchi State is that the bandits, when you hear bandits in Nigeria, they are talking about terrorists, okay? Or they call them armed bandits. These are people going around killing people, and they are affiliated with Boko Haram, ISWAP, and Lakurawa, Mahmuda. All these people are their armed wings, okay? They are all affiliated to ISWAP and Boko Haram. And their mission is to bring the Islamization of any place they are terrorizing. Like Boko Haram said that Western education is a sin. So what they want to inculcate on people is just the idea of Sharia and so on and so forth. Now, these people in Bauchi State, according to the report, came with chance, okay? They came with chance in the sense that they can even enter your place without you seeing them. Local vigilante has been the only source of counter group that is withstanding these attacks, because the police, the military are getting weaker every day because of, underlying issues and the collusion they are having with these armed terrorists. So they came with charms, and they now ambush the vigilantes inside the forest. And this is so terrible, according to the report that came in, that it was a lot of battle, a lot of gun battle. The vigilante put up a fierce fight against the terrorists after the terrorists ambushed them. But at the end, they lost 25 persons. This is what you hear in Nigeria. This is what is happening in Nigeria. It doesn't happen anywhere in the world. The silence is loud. Everyone is mute. They can't talk about it. Why? Because the people who are sponsoring all these people, some of them are, political office holders. They are part of the people sponsoring all these people. And it's a well-known fact, established, okay? It is everywhere. It is on the national televisions in Nigeria. They talk about it every day. But Nigerians will hear, will see, and they will just remove their eyes. It doesn't concern them. But at the end, one way or the other, one or two persons are becoming victims every day. Now, this article is from Sowore Reporters that reads that 25 Bauchi residents killed as bandits ambushed local vigilante. Let's follow this article step by step. I will analyze every important part of it for you. Now, it reads that no fewer than 25 people have been confirmed dead following a deadly confrontation between suspected bandits and local vigilantes in Akaleri local government area of Bauchi State. Mind you, when you hear about bandits, as I said earlier, we are talking about terrorists. Now, the article continues that the clash occurred in the early hours of Sunday, May 4th, 2025, when a patrol team of professional hunters from Duguri and Guana districts came under heavy attack in the Dajin Madan forest, which borders Bauchi in Plateau State. Police spokesperson CSP Ahmed Wakil in a statement said the hunters were ambushed around 5:40 a.m. during a routine security operation along Duguri, Manso, and Dajin Madan axis. Now, in the southern part of the country, you see people who are invading cities and they call themselves hunters. I explained to a lot of people that there is an association called Nigeria Hunters Association. It's a registered association. It's an arm training group. They train you how to carry arms, and your aim is to go to the bush and secure your people. That is the only real hunters we have in Nigeria. Others are invaders. Others are terrorizing. And Hunters Association, if you are from any group, you are only, restricted, unless other came. You are restricted to securing your homes, your environment. It's like a vigilante group. But what we are seeing in the southern part of the country is that people are coming all the way from the northern part, coming down to the south in the name of hunting, and they are really hunting people. Yeah, they are really hunting people. Now, the article continues that the assault, he noted, resulted in the deaths of 9 vigilante members, 5 of the attackers, and 11 adopted civilians from Sabuwa, Sara village, who were caught in the crossfire. May their soul rest in peace. Upon receiving the distress report about 9:40 a.m., a tactical team was immediately dispatched to the scene, where the corpses of the victims were recovered, Wakil said. Preliminary investigations reveal that some of the civilians were killed while attempting to flee from the armed assailants. He added that the police command has launched a manhunt for the perpetrators and will ensure all those connected to the killing face justice. I wish it would be possible. I wish it would be possible that police will bring them to justice, but contrary is always the case in Nigeria. Reacting to the incident, Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed expressed profound grief, describing the ambush as a heinous and senseless act of violence. In a statement signed by his media advisor, Mokhtar Gidado, the governor extended condolences to the bereaved families and communities affected by the attack. The governor Bala Mohammed, thank God he's still alive. He's the one that came to the national television to tell us that they are planning how to bring the Fulanis and accommodate them in Nigeria. Even people who will come to carry out reprisal attack, that they will still accommodate them. It's now the governor, his state is under siege. Let them continue. Now, he paid tribute to the slain hunters for their bravery and reiterated his administration's determination to combat criminality in all fronts. The tragic incident is a painful reminder of the persistent threat facing our rural communities, the statement raised. We urge residents to support security agencies with credible intelligence as we intensify efforts to bring the culprits to justice. The Bauchi state government needed continued collaboration with the federal security forces to maintain law and order across the region. This is happening to Bala Mohammed. He's now the governor of the state. So, I think if we have courageous journalists in Nigeria, like this attack happened, 25 persons were killed by all these bandits that you people imported. How do you feel importing terrorists into the country? These are the questions that they're supposed to put forth to them. Anyway, take a listen to what I said.
And of course, we will try more to cultivate that culture in our people, while at the same time bringing the Fulanis in one fold and try to arrest their traditional practice of moving from one place to the other. And that is very big, an uphill task. But I think we can communicate with them more, because to them they don't have borders from Cameroon to Nigeria.
But that's the thing, Your Excellency. How do we ensure that those who will be participating in this federal government largely funded program will be Nigerians?
In terms of the funding?
No, in terms of the
operations.
Operations. You said to bring in the Fulanis together. We have Fulanis from other countries.
The issue of misconception, I see there is a lot of mistrust and misconception with regards to the Fulani man. The Fulani man is a global or an African person. He moves from the Gambia, from Senegal, and his nationality is just a Fulani man. And as a person, I may have my relations in the Cameroon, but they are also Fulani men. I have relations because from the maternal side, I'm a Fulani man. And that is why we want to educate people. A Fulani man sees himself as a Bayelsan, as somebody coming from the Niger Delta, because he speaks the Niger Delta language, which you and I don't. And of course, we would have to just take this as part of our own heritage, something that is African, and that we cannot just close the border and say the Fulani man is just a Nigerian or this. No. In most cases, the crises are precipitated by those outside Nigeria. When there is a reprisal, it is not the Fulani man within Nigeria that causes it. It is that culture of getting revenge, which is embedded in the tradition of the Fulani man, that attracts reprisal from all over the world.
If I understand it, does that mean that those Fulani men who are maybe domiciled in other countries, who move around, they can come into the country and this plan will accommodate them as well?
Yes, that's what we want to do. But it has to be done through sensitization, telling them you have to buy in the project, and you use the language, the culture itself to be able to convince them, away from the mistrust where the whole system of transhumance or pastoralism is criminalized. Criminalization of pastoralism is the problem that we have with this project. And and it requires people with passion who understand them and who they believe in, people like us from that part of the country, to say, yes, we have this. Because today there is no limit to the accusation that this and that has happened and it is the Fulani man who caused it. There is no tribe that is not, that you don't have this criminality in, but certainly the way and manner we do it is really exacerbating the crisis and the problems.
Will there be any form of documentation of all the people that will be,
yes, we are
within that?
Oh yes, that is going to give Nigeria the opportunity to really have the best in terms of documentation in the demographics, because as I said, the Fulani man settles anywhere he can feed his cattle. And so if they are put in one place and they are made to understand that this is to save them and their animals, they are exposed to the vagaries of the forest and what is going on, cattle rustling, killings and what have you, and that's why it is important for them to understand that staying in one place is good. And of course, in terms of the best practice of carrying the meat, the cows and the
let's stay with that security angle for a bit. Is there going to be, this plan going to be a fenced enclosure where anyone who comes in is secured, so there is no one that can just come in from anywhere else?
No. It is going to be a colony, and a colony does not require a fence.
You will understand
it is not going to be a prison.
You will understand the reason why people are concerned, because of all the security issues that have been happening over time. So if that...
These forests are there anyway. If you don't occupy them and create a colony out of them, they create places for the criminals. And today, that's why you have the Sambisa forest, because it is not being utilized.
But Your Excellency, much as yes, I mean, they're fantastic. We have met a lot of them who are Fulanis as well. But the concern too is, why should federal government use resources for this country to accommodate Fulani men who are not Nigerians?
You see, as I said, we are already accommodating them. Do you delineate and then really know who is not a Fulani man from Nigeria? They are all Nigerians, because I said their identity, their own citizenship is Nigerian, even though we have relations all over the world, all over Africa. And so, presumably they are Nigerians. I think you get me. That is the misunderstanding. They move from one place to the other, and they have relations, kith and kins in all the parts of the country, and even outside the country. So that is why our own population is fluid. You can certainly not say this is the population of Nigeria. So